Hey guys, and welcome back. And today I'm doing a little bit of a review on some of the areas that I've organised over 2022. So I think I did a video like this a couple of years ago. I will leave it linked in the description box below for you if you want to check it out. But if you have been watching my channel for a while and you've seen some of the things I've been organising and you would like to do it yourself or have thought maybe I might give this a try, then this might be a good video for you to watch to see what has and hasn't been working in my home, and you know, sort of like the cons and pros you could say of organising in this way. And if you're new here, well, this is what I do. I do organising and home improvement type content. So let's jump into the first zone. So the first zone is my bedroom. So this area here is my linen closet. It is also a bit of a catch-all zone for things like sentimental items, some items for Talia, gift ideas, spare home decor, all that sort of thing. So it's not just my clothes in here, and I don't actually have a rotation of clothes, you could say seasonal clothes. Everything that you see is everything that I own. So now I'm just going to go through the things that I did implement in 2022 that are working really well and aren't working really well. Okay, so this is the main area where I keep everything, which is obviously my built-in robe. And up the top here I have all the sentimental gifts, decor, the stuff for Talia. There's some airbed, so it's a bit of everything. My sell box as well of things that I want to sell. So I really love this because before it was just like a really big hot mess, you could say, in here of everything was literally just scattered along the top. And these here have zippers on them, so you can actually fold these down. So if you move a lot, these are super handy because they're easily transportable. I've still been loving the colour coding in here. So as I said to you before, this is literally my entire closet here. And this has just worked really, really well. And then in the bottom area here, this is where I display some of my pretty things, like my shoes and things like that, my handbags. But to be honest, these really do get used seasonally. So a lot of the time through the summer, I won't wear these, and this is probably isn't really working for me because they get dusty. So these shoes I pretty much just wear to weddings and stuff. And you can see they're getting really dusty and disgusting. So I'm going to have to get a new, like something to organize these in that are going to keep them like dust free. So that will be one of the things that I do change in here. But apart from that, I really, really love it. And now that this is not being used anymore, because you can see it's broken, so I did declutter all that. And I did do a declutter of here the other week, so I do need to purchase another one of these baskets. But I just love the baskets because I can just literally throw everything in. This looks really messy at the moment, but it doesn't usually look this messy because usually you can't even notice it. But yes, so yeah, I'm really loving everything that's in here that I've put in, like these ones here for your blankets. As I said, I want another one here for all the shorts because they were from here. And then I actually keep my toilet paper in here as well, and my files and things like that. So yes, I really, really like this area, and it works extremely well. Okay. So in here is where I house like all my towels and my knitwear and bras and like pajamas and things like that. I've actually thought about putting this in the lounge room as like a toy thing instead of what I've got out there, but I'm worried it will get destroyed, and not by my daughter. I actually think the cats, because they've already destroyed that one over there. So anyway, I really do cherish this piece, so I don't think I will end up doing it, but I might. Let me know what you guys think, if I should do that or not, because I do think I can rejig a little bit more in there, so then I can fit this stuff in there. But anyway, I'll share with you what isn't working in here, because this is the areas of what isn't working. So learn from our mistakes. Okay, this is the bit that I don't like. You can't fold this down either, like the other IKEA boxes that I had up the top of the cupboard. So if you're thinking about it, I just don't like it because it is not very customizable. This is probably the neatest it's actually looked in a long time, to be really honest. And I didn't even neaten this up for the video. I'll be honest, I haven't neatened anything up for video. I just did this very sporadically, but I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's hard for me to actually even close this drawer with the fluffy stuff in it, which worries me because, as I said, I cherish this piece. And the thing that I don't like about it is because it's not customizable. So you're really limited to the spaces that are already in here. and it just doesn't fit. Like you can see, this isn't even in the organizer. There's 2 in that one slot, but I do think I have a perfect spot for this. So watch another video and you'll see what I'll do with it. In the bottom, this one here has worked really well. This is just a bamboo organizer from Kmart, and I've actually really loved it. It's just kept my clothes from falling over, and I can do that KonMari fold and I can see exactly what I've got. So I really love them. They're really good value for money. Okay, this here works pretty well, but I have to keep on top of it. So I haven't, as I said, neatened any of this up for the video. So this is just where I throw my jewelry. This mainly is the junk jewelry. I don't keep any valuables in here. And if there is valuables in here, it's because I've thrown it off during the day while I'm doing something. When I'm out, I never keep any valuables in here because I don't want it stolen. And then in this drawer, this has worked super well and it saved me so much time when I've been doing my washing. So I did end up just dividing these up, and I bought all the same socks. So these are all the same Skechers socks. Then I've got all Nike socks, and then I've got my compression socks. So now I don't fold any socks. Everything is really well organized. This was another system that I put in place. You can see it's actually fallen off, so it has not worked. I think it lasted about a week or 2 weeks. So I actually stuck like a 3M thing to the back here. It was like a cable organizer. And it did not, you can see that it's fallen off the sticky bit. I've tried to fix it and it just has not happened for me. So I must say, a piece of useless junk. This was actually from Aldi as well, but it was a proper 3M brand. And you can see this is quite a smooth surface, so you think it would have stuck really, really well to it. But yeah, it has not and hasn't been pulled on. There's been no reason for it to have fallen off. So piece of junk product. Now, this is another organizer that I bought. It does work, but this is a pillow top mattress. And if you know, you know, a pillow top mattress is bloody heavy. If I knew how heavy it was, I wouldn't have actually bought a pillow top mattress to begin with, because it's a pain in the ass for me to do my bed by myself. It is really, really heavy. So this organizer would have been absolutely perfect if I didn't have a pillow top mattress. Because I've got the pillow top mattress, every time I make my bed, I have to put it back in there again, and it is super heavy. So I always need Talia to help me to lift, like put it in there properly when I am putting my, like changing my bedding, and it's just a pain, like it really is. So would I recommend this product? Yes, 100%. If you got a pillow top mattress and you struggle to make the bed and you're on your own, no, I wouldn't. So this is just a bit of a close-up of the product. So I normally do have my reading glasses in there, but I've been editing out in the lounge room, so they're gone out of there. And then sometimes I do put some painkillers and things in there. I did have my coaster in there for when I'd have like a cuppa in bed and I'm filling in like some of my self-care journals and my journal of happiness and reading and stuff. But yeah, that is that area. Hey, welcome to my kitchen. And one of the areas that I did organize this year was my freezer area. So I did organize my fridge probably even a couple of years ago now. So if you want to see an organized video on that, definitely go check it out, because there is loaded full of tips. But we're actually looking at the freezer compartment today because I organized that, and I'm just going to share with you what has and hasn't worked and how it's held up. Okay, so admittedly, this is not the neatest and tidiest of areas, as you can see, but it does work. The only time that it sort of doesn't work is when you overbuy things, and then it ends up being really, really cluttered. So I'll quickly go through it and share with you what I've done and how it's working. So this is the icy pole area where she has all of her icy poles. And then in the back here is all the Hydrolite ones. As you can see, there's too many at the moment. So we're pretty much at our limit. She's got to eat them before she can have anything else. And look what this little cheeky monkey's done. Just noticed that before. Ridiculous. She decided she didn't want that flavour by the looks of it. In here is, I know it's meant to be for ice, but we don't really use it. So this is just all of our like cold packs and things. And then this is our mixture of love. These are all for school. So all of our ice packs for school and for yogurts and things. And then this is just literally everything to sort of make up meals or ingredients and things like that. And then in the bottom here, see, I'd said it's not pretty. You can see there is a divider in here. So I've just used a couple of dividers in here. You'll be able to see that on the video. There should be links to it there, but I'd say they're just Kmart containers anyway. So I've got all the chicken nuggets, chips, and like popcorn chicken and stuff in this area. So this is Talia's drawer, and this is like all the frozen veggies and things. And then here is just like some sliced mango pieces. So they probably shouldn't be there, but this is what I was saying before. When you buy too much stuff, that's when this system doesn't work. But I like the fact that if I want something for meals for Talia, it's there. If I want something for both of us, like veggies, it's right there. Then I want something to make up meals, it's right here. School lunch stuff is right here. It just makes it easier because it is in compartments. And I do have another freezer, which is literally just all the frozen meals that are pre-made that are in containers. Okay, so I'm going to share with you one of the things that I did put in the kitchen. If it's a bit weird because I'm just showing that one cupboard and I'm trying to show anything else, is because I am working on a little kitchen makeover and I don't want to give things away of what I have done in here. So they will all come out together when the kitchen is done. But yes, as I said, I don't want to give anything away. So let's jump into this little zone. Okay, so I did do an organize and a declutter of this area, and one of the things that I did implement was these drawers up here. So to be honest, I don't actually slide these out normally and grab out what I need because I can't see what's in them, but they are light enough that I can literally take it down when I am cooking and find what I need in here. So yes, they do look like a big hot mess, but this is the best and easiest way of me to be able to organize things in my kitchen, because if you know it, it's extremely small. So yeah, I like the fact that they're lightweight, and I do like the fact that I can just grab this whole drawer out and pull it down while I'm cooking, and I can actually see what's in there. But these are just refills anyway of these ones here that I have on the door. So I don't normally need to go to that zone to, use them straight up, because they are pretty much all in here anyway. And I'm really not a baker either. So yes, I have been making protein things lately, but I'm pretty much not a baker, so it doesn't get used a lot. So that's why it works, because it's up high, it's things that I don't use a lot and I don't access, but when I do need to use them, they are really lightweight and easy to grab down so that I can easily access them. This is another thing that I have implemented into the kitchen. You can see everything is in a dishwasher at the moment. But basically what was happening is the chopping boards were falling over and I had a broken plate. So I decided to pop this in. So this is just one of those bamboo drawer dividers from Kmart. And now there's a good spot for my chopping boards so things don't fall over. So that one has worked really, really well in this zone. And I'm actually pretty surprised because it will slide around if you pull on it enough. These must be light enough that it's actually going to take the weight. So yes, I really, really like this. Okay, the next area I'm sharing with you is my drop zone cupboard, and what can I say? This area does my head in. Okay, so as you can see, it's very neat and tidy, but you can also notice that these do not fit the shelving, because the shelving in here was made for DVDs of the old lifestyle, old Steph that used to be in here, that used to love watching movies all the time. And now everything's on Netflix. So basically what I did end up implementing in here was a shoe rack, because I did have a basket and it just wasn't working because everything was getting crushed. Couldn't see what I had. Okay, so the only downfall of this is I need to be more of a mindful shopper when it comes to bringing shoes into the house. I don't buy very many shoes for myself, but Talia, I am shocking for. I will buy her like a heap of shoes and stuff that I see that are on sale with all good intentions of thinking that I'm saving money because I'm going the next size up, only to find when I go through the basket to get the next size up, I've got 3 pairs of slippers or 2 pairs of sandals. Honestly, she only really needs one of each, and because she's growing so fast, that is the smartest thing to do. So I really do need to be more of a mindful shopper, and if I'm more of a mindful shopper, then that system would actually work properly because I wouldn't be struggling with storage space. And as I mentioned before, there's another pair of shoes here that never really get worn. These are sort of like dress shoes. So they definitely need somewhere like an off-season place for me to store things like that so they don't get dusty, because they're Skechers and they are not cheap. And this is the other drop zone area. I've had this organized for years, but I can tell you right now it's not working anymore. So you can see the drawers they still look pretty neat, but now that she's in school, I feel like we've overgrown this. Like we need an area to store like all of her school papers that come through that I can action, and things like that. And this is just not working because I used to just have mail in here. Now I bring it into the craft room, but it's just not, it's not happening. So there will be some sort of drop zone area created this year, I'm sure. I honestly just want to get all the painting and stuff done in here first before I start putting things in the wall. Otherwise, I'm just going to be removing things. So after you see my kitchen makeover and stuff, I will be able to implement more of the organizing systems that are going to go into the house as well, because I'll be able to use that wall space. And this is what I was talking about before, how I said I wanted to maybe bring the dresser out here, that mirrored one. So I'd probably put it here and put a couple of pictures up here, and I think it would look really nice because I'm not loving the look of this. Like I think it just always looks cluttered. And then I would redo this toy, I'd relocate some of these toys, but the dresser, I would store some in the dresser and have like a toy rotation. So let me know what you think. Okay, this next zone is probably what I am most proud of. If you've seen the before of this, it was an absolute mess to the point where it was really, really overwhelming. And I think this is why it took so long to tackle this area. And I think a few things in my life needed to change, like I needed to stop using it as a dumping zone as well. So let's check out what has and hasn't worked in here. Okay, so if you've been watching my channel for a while, you would have already seen this zone. But what works so well is the fact that I've implemented things into this space that I knew were going to work. So I can't have stacked boxes. They don't work for me. I'm too bloody lazy. So I implemented these, which are actually drawers. That one's a bit hard to get out. I've been using everything that's in there, doing the kitchen renovation stuff. So yeah, if I want something that's building, I go there. Something's plumbing, I go there. Plastering, painting, everything has its own little zones, and I just love it. The things that are in tubs, there's nothing stacked on top of it, so it's really easy for me just to roll it out. Oh, that's heavy. It's got lots of books in it, I think, and grab anything that needs to come out. The things that aren't used as often, I have purposely put out quite visually as well, because I find that if you have them in a tub like this, you don't actually know where to go to as much. So if you have them out like this, it's easier to see. So a good example of this is this one over here is the one that I say doesn't work as well, because I know where they are, but I never know which drawer. So I've got to go through like every drawer to get which product out that I need to know, you know, where things are. So, you know, that is why things like this pegboard works really well in here, because I can visually see it, and like this down here as well with all your paints and bits and pieces. So yeah, love this area. And as I said, it's probably just the toolbox that is probably the worst. To be honest, I didn't actually buy the toolbox. My brother gifted it for me for Christmas. I wouldn't actually buy myself a toolbox because I don't transport things around. I would definitely just have a pegboard with everything on it, so then I can see all the things that I need. But yeah, this is how this space looks now. So once the renovations are done, like all this will be gone, hopefully. I probably will have a lot of leftover tiles, I'd say still, but I'll be able to declutter that further. And there's just one pink box on that clothes basket that I need to go through. But yeah, if you see where I've come from, it's like such a big change. So yes, there is tiling stuff over there going on from all that. But yeah, this is what it sort of looks like. I've got a great big empty space where I can actually park my car in. So I think also what's helped me as well is that everything is off the floor. So it's given me that space back as well. And as I mentioned last time, because it looks good, I want to maintain it. And it's stopped me from dumping everything in here and being more mindful about what I want to keep. And if it's going to go in here to die, I just need to declutter it. So if you do want to see like a full house tour of how I've organised everything, I might actually do that towards the end of the year, I think, once I've reorganised some of the zones in the home, and I can share that with you. And of course, I might even do a house tour as well, because hopefully, cross fingers, it should be more finished than what it is. Okay guys, so I'm going to leave all the videos that was mentioned about today in the description box below, and I'm also going to leave my playlist on the end screen for you to enjoy. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I did have Organize review a few years ago, so you can check that one out. you definitely would be able to purchase some of those products still. So it's still completely relevant even though it was a couple of years ago. And that is pretty much it from me. I hope you've all enjoyed, and if I've missed anything, let me know. I'll be happy to answer all your questions in the comments below, and I'll catch up with you guys next week for a new video. I'll see you then. Bye.